Welcome to the Big Four Accounting Firms podcast, episode 38. Today we'll be discussing how to make partner at the Big Four accounting firms. First, I wanted to remind you to share this podcast with a friend and subscribe. Also, make sure to visit our website, big4accountingfirms.com. So let's get down to it. How do you become a Big Four accounting firm partner? I'm going to be discussing two of the most important items to keep in mind if you are going to become a Big Four partner. What do you think those are? Most people probably think that you need to be really good at sales, or you need to be extremely technical. Others probably think of somebody that's really good at networking, or even somebody that has a really big network. Maybe even think that it's somebody that has a big book of business, or is it how many clients that you have in your book of business, or is it the size of the clients in your business? Doesn't matter which region you work in. Now, don't get me wrong, all of those things do have an impact on a person's path to the partnership, but there are two essential things that you need to focus on if you want to make partner. Now, let's discuss the first item that matters. First thing that matters the most is the amount of time you spend in your chair. Now, you might be saying, well, that can't be true because spending time in my chair isn't going to make me partner. And you might also be saying, I know a lot of people that are capable of sitting in a chair for a number of hours. They all can't possibly make partner. See, that's the problem right there. Faulty logic. Sticking in your chair at the Big Four seems easy, but not many people actually stick around at the Big Four to make partner. Most people leave, and they leave for a number of reasons. One of those reasons is that you have to work a ton of hours all the time. You also have to travel for client work very often. This means less time doing what you like, less time with your family members and loved ones. Because you have less time doing what you like and spending less time with people you love, your quality of life diminishes. Most people perform a cost-benefit analysis and realize that the amount of money they get paid at the Big Four is not enough to compensate for the loss of their quality of life. Because of this, very few people do stick around at the Big Four. But just by sticking around in the Big Four through all the thick and thin, you increase your chances of making partner exponentially. So if you want to make partner, glue your butt to a seat that is located in a Big Four office. That is priority number one. Once you've gotten yourself nice and glued to your seat, we'll discuss the second most important item to making partner. The next most important item to making partner at the Big Four is internal politics. Like I said before, the number of clients, your technical know-how, your networking skills, all don't matter as much as your ability to play internal politics. Now, what is internal politics? Internal politics includes things like brown-nosing, making yourself seem important, making yourself seem like a problem solver, and making yourself seem like the busiest person in the group. Now, none of that has to be true. You don't have to be the busiest person that works in your group. You don't have to be the most technical person that works in your group. But you do have to be willing to make yourself look like it, though. This means sitting through miserable public accounting meetings and talking about how great of a job you're doing, talking about all of your client work and making it seem extremely important, even if it's not. That's another secret of the Big Four. There isn't much work that actually gets done. Most of the Big Four is just review work. You review what your clients have already done. They've done all the legwork. Now all you do is look at it and give it the thumbs up. Outside of that, it's mainly administrative work like billing and documentation, and a lot of useless meetings to discuss the work that's about to be done or the work that was just completed. You can't get in the mindset that you need to be busy all the time. The people that are just head down in an Excel file never ever make it to partner. They burn themselves out early on in the process. Don't let this be you. In conclusion, if you want to make partner, you need to make yourself look good and you need to stick around. Write those two things down somewhere and look at them every day. Make them your most important goals at the Big Four. Keep them in front of you at your desk. You will work on those two items if you keep them in front of you. They'll provide a good reminder. Anytime you get too busy, look down at those goals. You will then make sure to delegate that busy work to somebody else that doesn't have those same goals. You need people to do your work in order for you to spend more time on making yourself look good. You also need to make your job sustainable so that you can stick around in your seat. This means you can't burn yourself out doing everybody else's work and saying yes to every single project. You need to say yes to the projects that matter and that will make you look good. You also need to spend time developing your brand. You don't need to bother developing your brand to clients and delivering great work to clients. That's where a lot of people waste their time in the Big Four accounting firms. You only need to look good internally. And one great way of doing this is by making partners' lives easier. Note that I said partners and not clients. In conclusion, if you want to make partner, buckle up and hang on for dear life. It's going to take a while, but if you're willing to spend the time in your chair and make yourself look like an all-star, you can get there. Thanks for listening. Please share this episode with a friend when you get a chance, and make sure to subscribe so that you can get future coaching on how to become a Big Four partner. Also, make sure to visit our site, big4accountingfirms.com. Thanks again.